Hey, welcome back. My name is Michael Anthony, and on this channel, we empower badass achievers like you to crush their financial goals and experience true wealth and freedom. Now, this is part 2 of the 9 beginner investing mistakes I will never make again. And let me tell you, there's a phrase, you save the best for last. Let me tell you, one of these 4 can transform your financial future and save you from so much pain and hardship. So strap in, pay attention, and drop a comment and let me know which one was your favorite. Let me share a story that started with the genuine desire for financial security, and it led to majorly screwing my financial growth, okay? Growing up, I was surrounded by lack and poverty, and a fear of returning to those circumstances, they hung on in my mind. And so the solution, I thought, was to become completely debt-free. So after paying off credit cards and vehicles, I shifted my focus to paying off my house. It wasn't an easy road. 3 years of living frugally, surviving on rice or beans, not both, and cutting back on any non-essential expenses. The moment my house was paid off, it was undeniably gratifying, a tangible achievement against the backdrop of my past. However, the reality set in a few months later. While the absence of a mortgage payment, it was liberating. The responsibilities of home ownership, they were still there. Repairs, utilities, property taxes, insurance. You get the picture. The financial security I sought, it was still elusive. Several years down the line, when I chose to move to a larger house to use extra space for my business instead of renting out an office, I encountered unforeseen challenges. So first off, I discovered that not having a credit score. I'm not talking about having a low credit score. I had no credit score. I did not exist in the financial system, okay? Despite being debt-free and having cash in the bank, my lack of credit, it became a huge hurdle. Add on top of that, I'd transitioned from a 9-to-5 job to full-time entrepreneurship. And that meant in the US, I had no income history that a traditional loan officer could use. This double whammy made banks hesitant and even unable to provide a modest loan for the house upgrade. What I really wanted to do was to keep my paid off house, rent it out, and use that income to fund my next property. Yet my lack of existence in the credit system, that stopped this cold. So without a credit record, obtaining traditional financing for such an endeavor, it was impossible. In hindsight, the decision to pay off my house, while emotionally satisfying in the moment, it came with its own set of challenges. The extra payments I made to pay off that mortgage, it wasn't earning as much as it would have if I had put it in an alternative investment, even like the stock market. This unexpected turn of events, it cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it served as a valuable lesson that I hope you will hear. So the key takeaway here is the importance of finding a balance between debt and investment. While the desire for financial security, it's legit, it's valid, I get it. Understanding the potential drawbacks and limitations of certain decisions, it's critical. Blindly pursuing a debt-free status without considering future plans, it can also lead to unexpected and unintended complications and consequences. I had an experience involving individual stock investments, particularly with Tesla and the cannabis industry. So, like many others, I hopped on the Tesla bandwagon, and initially it did great for me. However, just as I was planning on diversifying some of my gains into other things, right around that time, Tesla took a nosedive and it left me just under break even. But because I'd committed capital for this other investment, I had to pull out my money. And that left me missing out on Tesla's rebound because I was tied to one stock. It was a stark reminder of how individual stock investments can be subject to sudden and unpredictable fluctuations, often influenced by external factors. Now, Tesla's just one stock, and despite my personal success with it, I've had my fair share of challenges. Not every single stock that I've done has taken a nosedive. I've had some winners, okay? I've also had my fair share of challenges. I dove headfirst into the cannabis industry that is fueled by speculation at the time. And my stock picking skills resulted in a whopping 98% loss of my money. It's worth noting that while some possess the skill to navigate this landscape, it certainly wasn't within my current skill set. Drawing from these experiences, I've become a big advocate for low-fee ETFs, like ones tracking the S&P or Dow Jones. Unlike individual stock picking, these ETFs offer a diversified exposure to the stock market. They limit your risks associated with the fortunes or misfortunes of owning specific companies. The lessons learned from Circuit City, coupled with the highs and lows of individual stock investments, they've solidified my belief in the simplicity and stability, plus peace of mind, provided by ETFs. Understanding taxation in investment is not just about what you make, it's about what you keep. I can do addition and subtraction, and that math adds up. This realization aligns with the philosophy that being an entrepreneur can be a tax-efficient strategy in the US. As Warren Buffett puts it, if you make money with money, make money with money. As some of my super rich friends do, your tax percentage may be a bit lower than mine, but if you earn money from a job, a job, your percentage will surely exceed mine, most likely by a lot. Being an employee means earning a wage, getting taxed on everything else you do with your money, from buying food to filling up your gas tank. As an investor, the goal is to legally keep as much money as possible. Here's where the US government's support for small business comes into play. The US government understands that if you become a successful business, you will contribute exponentially more in taxes compared to being an employee. So owning a business is one of the most efficient ways to reduce taxes in the US. A small business owner can write off so many things that helps grow its business. Travel, business meals, equipment, rent, marketing, outsourcing, all reduce your taxable income. Let's illustrate with an example. You have an employee earning $100,000 and they're going to pay tax on that $100,000. Doesn't matter how they spend their money, where it goes, they are paying the full tax rate on $100,000. Versus the entrepreneur can business travel, which can be to nice destinations. You can have networking groups with people who become friends and mentors, and the entrepreneur can deduct their cell phone and all of these ongoing things that are required for their business legitimately, and also contribute to a higher quality of life. So at the end of the day, instead of owing tax on $100,000 as the entrepreneur, they may only owe tax on $50,000. Plus, I would ask you, who has a higher quality of life? The one who is subject to getting off only a certain amount of days out of the year, or the one who's in control of their schedule? Put simply, the government supports businesses because they recognize the potential for increased tax revenue over time. Being a business owner allows for strategic tax planning, enabling individuals to keep more of their hard-earned money, reinvest in their businesses, level up their quality of life, and explore various investment opportunities. It's not just about what you earn. It's about maximizing what you keep and ensuring your money works for you efficiently. Another lesson which I learned over the years, and which has paid off massively, is investing in myself. In fact, I would say this by far is the most important lesson. Early on, I connected that personal growth is a key. And so I landed jobs that would put me in rooms where others were paying big bucks to attend. I was being paid to attend. Once I maximized those opportunities, my first significant financial self-investment was around $15,000 for a few events. And that made me realize the truth that people pay attention to what they pay for. Studying financially successful individuals, I observed a common trait. They value themselves as their greatest asset. It's not their car, it's not their watch, their money, or some widget. It's them. It wasn't just about the knowledge gained. The real transformation occurred when I saw myself someone worthy of that investment. Fast forward a few years, and I now invest in one of the most expensive masterminds out there. Now, you could call it an expense but really it's an investment because it's giving opportunity to one of the top human performance coaches out there and a network of individuals that are next level. And this transformation didn't happen overnight. From $5 cassettes to this self-investment shaped by mindset, letting go of past pain, embracing the unknown, and evolving into a person excited about the future. Look, you can also change by valuing and investing in yourself. It can be scary, but recognize that you are your number one asset. Now, if you like this video, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and as always, you keep living your life to the fullest. Till next time, peace.